Good.
Hello?
No, I've had a mind blank.
You died.
Hello. I'm back. Hold on, wait. Let's do this, okay? I'm Paul, that's Darren, and we are Four Bears Photography, and we're going to give you a quick little video just to help you out with preparing for your upcoming shoots with us, or if you're thinking about booking a photography session with us, or actually would be helpful for any photographer. This particular little snippet is going to be about props. The importance of props, why we feel that we want you to be creative and imaginative and bring some props to your photography session with us, and some of the benefits it will have. So, Darren, do you want to tell them what benefits it will have?
Why not? So I guess so the first question is why? Why props? And I think that, I mean, it's obviously you don't have to, but it's just one of those things that can really change some of your images, makes them really unique to you, can really bring out you and your family's personalities, and it just gives that creative spin to your images as well. And if I'm honest, it can just make them fun. So when we're talking about props, you know, that is the reason why you may or may wish to bring them along with you, just to really try and show that unique side of you and your families and your personality.
And for us, it's about what our photography is about, really. Yes, we can create some lovely, magical photographs with you and your family in that setting, in the woods, as a fitness photography session, whatever it is that you may have booked with us. But we want to make it different, we want to make it about you, and we want to ensure that it's not just another photograph on the wall of a generic 4-person, 3-person family wandering through the woods. How will that be look back in years to come and invoke those memories that you're going to cherish for years on? So what are the things that you want to consider? What are the things that we want you to consider when thinking about props to bring? Firstly, I want you to consider that they're portable, because I don't want to be lugging around your props around half of the woods for the next hour. So on a serious note, yeah, make sure that they're portable, make sure that we can carry them, make sure that we can tuck them under our arm or pop them down the floor.
Half of your family wear their teams as well, and of course that does go against what we've said in other ones about colours and logos, but obviously that will make it quite unique to you guys as well. But the bit that we must stress on this one is that if you are going to wear things like that for these shoots, please just have them as an add-on. Don't use that as your to wear on the shoot. Obviously make sure we try and follow the tips and advice from our previous video around, you know, what we should be wearing.
So yeah, Darren giving you a bit of advice on clothing and fashion. That'll be the only time that he gets away with giving clothing and fashion advice, as you can see from his attire today. I'm going to tell you a little bit. Honestly, I can't believe you dressed for this. The next little hobbies, we're going to talk about hobbies and interests, and that's going to be a real motivator for you bringing some props. So it's much of what makes you and makes you up is what are your hobbies, what are your interests, what are your kids' hobbies and interests, and start thinking about that in terms of what you could bring to make the shoot a little bit more interesting. It might be that your little boy or little girl is into Marvel Comics and they've got some cool superhero outfits or props that they could bring to it. We've had one where we've had the boy and dad were into Star Wars and they brought their lightsabers, and we had some cool stuff in the woods and we were able to make the lightsabers glow, and there's some cool shots with dad and son under that environment. Or that you guys are into particular hobbies and interests, like you're into your music and one of you play the guitar, so you could quite reasonably bring that along with you. Or you're into sports that we've talked about before, but you might want to bring your golf clubs and have some cool unique settings right in the middle of woods where you've chipped a ball right into the middle of nowhere. So think about that when you're thinking about potentially props to bring on the day.
And so I guess really it is open to your imagination. I guess our point around this is that be creative. You know, don't think that, you know, everything is possible really in terms of bringing props around it. You know, just be creative around it. And you know, as Paul's gone through, there's, you know, quite a few examples around some of the things that that you could bring. I think you've got a list of examples that we've had previously from some people.
Yeah, and don't as Darren says, just come to us, speak to us if you're thinking, oh, should I, shouldn't I? We generally will want to make it work. The more unique it is, the more determined we'll be to try and make it fit into the session and make a really unique picture for you and for us to share. So we've had even pyjamas before. If you're a bit of a pyjama family, bring a set of pyjamas or a onesie that you can throw on, and we could maybe make some cool settings in the woods, like a teddy bear's picnic. We've had Dad's crash helmet, because he's been into motorbikes, that we brought into it and managed to squeeze into the son wearing the crash helmet. And making that fit into the scene. It doesn't have to be stuff that you traditionally think that would fit into a outdoor photography shoot, because sometimes it's exactly what it needs, is that standout feature in the middle of trees and nature, is that real manufactured or someone dressed as a fairy princess, for example. So think outside the box and get in touch with us and just let us know. The main thing for us is that you communicate with us before the shoot, because then we can really take that into account when planning your shoot and making it special for the day. So we don't want you just to turn up with your unicycle and your clown's hat, because we've really got to think of our feet then on the day to make that work and to try and fit that into our schedule. So just communicate with us before the actual day of the shoot, and we'll hopefully help you by sending you across a bit of a prompt, a bit of a survey questionnaire to help promote that thinking with you, and send that back to us, and then we can start really making that experience really unique to yourselves. Anything else, Dan? What we forgot?
That's it.
All good? You're going to go and get a change of clothes, and that's it from us. So, stay focused.